We've got some great tech coming from Doddy.
Are these hacks worth £100?
And we ask a big question. Why hasn't mountain biking got a Tour de France?
Yet.
It's the Dirt Shed Show!
It's the Dirt Shed Show!
No, we've done that bit, Steve. The show started. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Yes, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show with chain reaction cycles, of course, and added Steve Jones. That's where you wave. He's getting it. He's getting it. Yes, this week we have got some big stuff to look at, but most importantly, I want to ask a big question, Steve, because I've been watching the Tour de France.
Nearly finished, isn't it?
Yeah, nearly done, which has been amazing.
Is there a Welsh bloke in the lead?
Yes, he is.
Still?
Well, I don't know if he is now when they're watching it. I hope so.
Yeah.
Should we cross our fingers for Geraint? I hope he wins it. But I want to know, why hasn't mountain biking got an event like this? Because it is mind-bogglingly huge. Unbelievably big. I'm talking 190 countries watching it, 15 million spectators on the road. On the road, people. Not on telly, live people with legs.
Well, that's common sense, really. If you think about it, you know, lots of sports rely on a stadium. The Tour de France, it goes through one of the most popular tourist destinations in the summer, in the Alps and the Pyrenees.
Yeah.
It doesn't rely on a stadium, like I mentioned. But I don't know, if you're talking numbers alone, right?
Yeah.
Two things, Martin, numbers. I mean, you're looking at football, cricket, tennis, motor racing, horse racing, wrestling, table tennis. They've all got big viewer numbers, right?
Not like that, they haven't.
Yeah, well, but still, they're still big sports. But let me just point something out, right? In France alone, there are some big mountain bike events. Events like the Passport du Soleil. Now, we're talking numbers here. Passport du Soleil has got 8,000 competitors over 3 days in the Alps. So that's big, right?
That is huge.
That's a big mountain bike event. And then if you look at these multi-day stages, just again, this is just France as an example. The Tour Trans-Provence has 24 stages. Remember, the Tour de France has got 21 stages. It does 10,000 meters of climbing. Now, classified stages in the Tour de France, 20,000 meters. So granted, it's a lot more on the road, but they're riding a tarmac, not up dirty old gullies. And then 28,000 meters of descending in the Trans-Provence. So, you know, it's a big, big event. So we have got these events.
Yeah, do you know what? Have you ever thought about going into law? That was a very good defence of mountain biking, and I appreciate it. We've got the events, and I want to add, right, it's not like we haven't got the personalities, the riders.
Yeah.
One of the most famous bike riders on the planet is a mountain biker.
Absolutely.
Danny McCaskill.
I was going to say Martin Ashton.
I wish. Danny has got videos with 90 million views on them. That's imaginary.
That's
The Ridge. I love The Ridge. I was going to sing the song then, but I'm going to save you all. What a voice, what a voice I hear. There's a blackbird. The Ridge, nearly 60 million views. 60 million views. I mean, a lot of people love mountain biking.
Exactly, if you think about it, that's more views than the guy that jumped out of a balloon from space. I mean, so don't tell me that mountain biking is not out there amongst one of the best sports in the world.
Yeah, we better not tell the guy who jumped out of space. He'd be gutted, wouldn't he? I tell you what as well, what about this? Like the Tour de France, we've got great riders, but did you see this crash that happened this week? Philippe Gilbert absolutely going down like, oh my God, look at that. Sack of potatoes over that wall. Yeah. Nasty. So exciting stuff does happen in road riding.
It does, yeah, but you're talking, Martin, your question is, why have we not got an equivalent in mountain biking?
Yes.
But I mean, it's obvious, right? The Tour de France has been going since 1903. I mean, they've been taking, they've been on booze, amphetamines, what have we got? Blood transfusions, clenbuterol, zipamide, testosterone. They've been living it since 1903 in Tour de France.
Well, yeah.
Mountain biking has only been around since the blinking 1970s, 1980s. So give mountain biking a chance. Maybe in 20 years' time we will have that event, Martin.
Imagine it. So it's just a question of time, not if, but when.
Absolutely.
I like that a lot. I mean, I think an event like that for mountain biking is so incredible because all I've seen in these last 3 weeks are loads loads of people in lycra out on the roads enjoying bikes.
Can I go back as well to these events that mountain biking has already got? You've got the Cape Epic, right?
Oh, I love that event.
You've got the BC bike race in
Yes,
Vancouver,
yes,
all
yes.
that way, you got that. And then you've got Crankworks. Crankworks is over 2 to 3 weeks, right? Huge number of disciplines. So, like, the events and the people are definitely there, man.
Yeah, and of course, in mountain biking, we've got all these different disciplines. It's any one of these disciplines could go huge for the sport. But I think right now, cross-country racing is off the charts. I know you're a downhill man, right? But XC racing right now is crazy. I love it. World Cup racing, so exciting.
Well,
and like you say, the BC bike race, these team events, Cape Epic, unbelievable riding.
And you go to things like the EWS series, you've got helicopters following the likes of Sam Hill off big peaks in the Alps at the minute. That's amazing. You cannot take away the excitement of 5-minute run of a downhill racer. Come on.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
And last point, right, just to put across that we could definitely have an event this big, the world's greatest road rider. The world's greatest road rider, Peter Sagan.
Yeah.
He's a mountain biker. Yeah. He's a mountain biker. Even Jack agrees.
Even Jack agrees. We'll leave it at that then, Martyn.
And so does that person there, but we can't mention him.
Ooh. Now then. Did you see GT rider Ian Morrison with this incredible raw sound edit from Whistler? Absolutely amazing. Just what everybody needs to get their appetite whetted for the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll get you out riding. And actually, staying with GT, I've noticed that Doug Henry, legendary supercross, motocross rider from way back in the 90s, is now out on a mountain bike. He was paralysed in an accident in the 90s, got back motocross riding using an adaptive bike, and now he's out on a mountain bike thanks to GT. So Doug Henry's racing downhill. That is sick. And I tell you what, something else actually is recently we posted a supportive message about Lindsay Runks on Instagram, who was trying to get the money together to create an adaptive bike like I ride and Doug Henry's now riding, and it worked. She's got one and she's going to be racing Doug Henry. Yeah. So good.
3 lunatics on the mountain. Right, it's been national championships this weekend all around the world. First up from Ireland, we've got downhill Jacob Dixon and Sasha Bickerstaff winning their categories. In the cross country, Gareth McGee and Chiara McManus.
Yeah, over in Germany, there was an XC Nationals. Manuel Fumik won the guys and Elizabeth Brandau in the women's. Congrats.
Moving down to the southern hemisphere, and in Brazil, the cross country was won by Henrique Avancini. And also Jacqueline Moreau.
Yeah, over in Japan, nationals happening there. Downhill, right, I'm going to struggle with these names, Steve. It's Hajime Imoto and Chikako Yoshikawa in the downhill.
Nicely done, Mark.
And in the XC, Kohai Yamamoto, and in the women's, it was Miho Imai. Winners.
Right. So, and on to Russia. Russian cross country. Ivan Seledkov and Irina Kalentieva.
Man, we are murdering these names, but we're doing our best. And also in the Czech Republic, XC Yaroslav Kulavi, probably an expected win.
Nicely done.
And Jitka Skarnetslova, she won the women's. Congrats. There's been more nationals everywhere, but that's probably enough for now, and there's more happening this weekend.
There's also been the EWS, Martin, don't forget.
Yes.
Sam Hill winning yet another EWS
It's
race.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Totally running
he
away
won, didn't he win all the stages on the first day? On his birthday, I think. First place, every stage. Incredible.
The guy is unstoppable, right?
In the women's, Cecile Ravenel, she's doing the same kind of thing, really. She's not got a contender, to be fair. She is absolutely smashing it. And of course, in EWS, are the downhillers kind of encroaching on this? On the EWS series, because we've got Samuel, obviously a downhill legend. We've got Sam Blenkinsop in there, he's getting great results.
Yeah.
Eddie Masters, he just had his second podium in EWS, great downhill rider. Yeah. There's loads of others there. Phil Atwell, he's in there.
It's the same basic skills, really. I mean, you look at, you need to have technical skills. Sam Hill has adapted his physique the same as Jared Graves did when he went to Enduro World Series.
Yeah, actually, he had a mare of a weekend, but he did have one great result. I think he got a second in one of the stages.
And like I mentioned earlier, I simply love watching some of these edits from the helicopter, following these races down off these summits. It's absolutely berserk.
Incredible. EWS amazing, but basically being rained by downhill right now. God, that was controversial, wasn't it? God, that was not technically true, but I just went for it.
All right, guys, so I've literally just finished filming a quick air can service video. It's a super simple thing that everyone can do at home. You don't need any specialist tools. You don't need spare parts either, just a bit of oil and some stuff to clean it with. Really good for keeping a good eye on your bike and making sure the shock is working. So that's going out over the weekend on GMBN Tech. And actually, while we're here, I've just thought something quite cool, a little bit of a did you know. So I'm about to go for a ride, and as you notice, I've got no bottle cage on this particular bike. You can fit them underneath here, but it's a bit of a pain for sort of just to reach it whilst you're riding. So I'm going to be using this new Camelback. So this is one of these sort of vest type ones. And it just made me realise actually the Camelback has been around for such a long time. It's a bit of a household name. I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Camelback is kind of like a Hoover. In respects that, you know, a Hoover is a vacuum cleaner, but you just refer to vacuum cleaners as Hoovers, and I think you refer to as hydration packs as Camelbacks. If you disagree, let us know in those comments, because I just think that they've monopolised on exactly that. But did you know where Camelback actually came from, where the idea came from? I have a remake of the very first one down here, and look at this. This thing is hilarious. So it's just a neoprene sleeve basically with a bladder on the inside, and as you can see here, since 1989. And the whole cool story about these is it was a triathlete who was a medic called Michael Eidson, and basically he was looking for a way of carrying more water because he didn't think he could carry enough on his bike, and he pretty much got an IV bag and stuck it in his back pocket. And that was how the Camelback was born. So if you want to find out a bit more about this really cool story about Camelback, make sure you tune in to my tech show that goes out on Monday night. We're going to be taking a bit more of a detailed look. But in the meantime, if you're riding in this mega heat wave that's continuing around Europe at the moment, make sure you hydrate. Camelback's actually, one of their original slogans was hydrate or die. So I'm definitely going to hydrate because I don't want to die. See you later.
We have got lots of racing to look forward to this weekend and lots more national championships. It's all going on. There's some downhill in Germany, French national downhill champs. I'm going to ask you about that in a minute, Steve. UCI Marathon Series, Swiss national championships, Canadian national downhill championships. But like I said about the French national downhill champs, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because there's some quick racers in that one.
In France,
who do you think's going to win?
Well, if they all turn up, it's quite interesting that last weekend the British downhill national championships were in Scotland, and a lot of key riders didn't turn up for that race. So
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, you know, if you look back, you know, at the history of British downhill back in the 90s, PT Warner, they were leading the world. You know, it was on podiums worldwide, and they'd be at every single national championships. Anyway, I'm moving off the subject. France is super strong in the minute.
Say they all turn up.
Oh my God, that would be absolutely bonkers. But look, you know, a couple of weekends ago, Loris Vergier became the 12th Frenchman to win, thanks for banging that around there, Jack. He became the 12th Frenchman to win a World Cup downhill. And it's going to be interesting, it's going to be in Morsey. And remember that Morsey and Leger, you know, Leger used to have World Cups back, 10, 15 years ago. And it's actually where one of the few Frenchmen won on home soil, Christian Taillefer, back in the early 2000s.
Wow, I remember that name. Didn't he set the world mountain bike downhill speed record?
He did, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, anyway, it's all happening in Morsey this weekend. That would be some place to go to see some blooming hot action. Who's the money on? Come on, Jack. Who's the money on? The money has got to be on Amaury Piron at the minute.
Yeah, he's just too fast right now, and he's got the best bike, Steve. I'm telling you, that bike's a rocket.
I've ridden that bike, actually.
Have you, really?
I've ridden Amaury. Yeah, I rode it last year. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Stephen?
Yeah.
Did you know that Neil Donoghue is like an encyclopedia of mountain biking?
Actually, I did know that, yeah.
You did know that?
I did, yeah.
That's ruined my link. Here's Fact of the Week.
Fact of the week this week is that it's illegal to run bars wider than 700mm in Singapore. It's a poor fact of the week, I know. I stole that one off Doddy because I've been too busy riding my bike with Blake in Revolution Bike Park. The Attons used to live in that village, Llangynnog. It's another fact of the week. Is that enough?
Mark,
Yes.
Fails and Bales.
Love it.
Blake Sampson is your man.
He is, you're right.
Man, these things are so important. Oh, Fails and Bales. Yes, this one's been sent in by David Hayes. Look at the state of this crash.
Holy.
Oh man, that was such a huge crash. Look, he's wearing one of these helmets. But take a look at this. They sent in a photo of this humongous bruise. Man, that's big. I think that's got us in the mood. Run VT.
Oh. 3, 2, 1. Hacks and bodges, 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 hacks and bodges. Now you! Yes! Yes! That person there did it. I definitely saw someone sing.
I didn't think I would ever do that.
Isn't it fun? Doesn't it get you into it? Yes, I love hacks and bodges. And this hacks and bodges is special, Steve, not just because you're here, but this week we're changing it up. Chain Reaction Cycles is giving us £100 for the best hack or bodge we choose this week, instead of the bike vault, which we did last week. But this week it's all about hacks and bodges, which I can't wait to do. So,
first up,
what have you got? What have you got first? Or shall I go first?
You go first. You go first.
I'll go first. Right, this one, controversial actually, this one, Steve. It's Adam Reynolds has created this. It's a trail tool. Right, so you can like cut a line into the trail. Look, you can use it and cut a line in, make a berm, hack up the trail so you can get it just how you like it. That's a clever little hack, right?
Look, I don't want to piss everybody off here, but I think there's two things, right? I think we have a responsibility here, right? I mean, look, first up, you need to be riding natural terrain, which means rocks, roots, the lot. So you can
hack them into place with this.
No, you don't hack them, you just leave them in place. That's the whole point of riding mountain bikes. I mean, yeah, you can build some smooth berms if you want to.
I was going to say this was the winner.
Well, look, if you're one of them, you can actually buy a rake. You can do exactly the same thing. If you want to do...
Adam, I liked it. Steve, I don't think... I don't think you're going to win this week.
I'll never be invited back to the Dirt Shed show ever again.
All opinions welcome. All opinions welcome. Have you got one? Have you got one?
I have actually. I've got this one here.
I'm going to tear this apart.
This is from Phil Booth. Can I just read it out, Martyn?
Yes.
When dry fitting a tubeless tyre and you have no syringe, then nip to the local shop and get an energy drink. Sup the drink and refill the sealant, take the Valco out and stick the bottle on. No need to squeeze, gently get the... Yeah, I think we've got the idea.
You get it. You basically, what he's saying is you can basically use just a regular energy drink bottle to get your sealant in there.
Yeah. Why not?
That's pretty clever.
That's a really cool idea.
It is a good idea.
I like it a lot.
It's good to know. Good to know. Probably leading after that. After that first ever. Good catch, Jack. Well done. I
still feel a bit bad about it. I mean, it was a nice tool. It was a nice tool. It was nicely made.
It's your opinion.
It's nicely, I feel really bad about it.
What's that last one you've got there? Because I want to end on some art.
Okay, we've got a... just hold that, Mark.
I can tell you what this is.
This is from Tony Hayden. I've got a hack for dropper posts for those wet and muddy days. Cut your length of old inner tube and zip tie it over the plunge post. Had mine on for 2 years now.
Yeah, I like to call this the turkey neck. The turkey neck, yeah. The turkey neck hack, it's a clever hack. I've seen it a lot, right? But it's
I've never
seen
it.
The reason I think this one's really good this week is that literally using 3 very simple items to keep your bike maintenance free and really good condition.
Yeah.
2 zip ties and an inner tube. That is a great
Tony,
idea.
don't forget that Martyn Ashton's got a patent pending on the turkey neck,
yes,
so I'd be careful with that.
Right, that's great. I think actually we'll keep that one there because I feel like Tony might be leading.
I still feel bad about the rake.
It's too late now, Steve. Right, last up we have got. I love this. It's a tribute to Kelly McGazza. Look at this. This is Aaron Callow. He's done a drawing, a bit of art. This is the sheep.
Got the flag in the
obviously
background
Kelly
there.
here. Got the flag in the background, and this is the sheep from. Is it not too bad?
Do you know what breed sheep it is, Martyn?
Eh?
Do you know what breed sheep it is?
I don't.
Do you know what flag that is?
That's New Zealand, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hope so.
Good effort.
What breed of sheep is it?
Yeah, it's very. Yeah. What breed
I was
of
asking.
sheep?
I wasn't. I was just
As a
asking
Welshman,
what
you
sheep-
should know that. I feel like we've got off topic. Great bit of art. Like that a lot. Well done, Aaron. Very cool. So after some discussion, we have forgotten his name. Tony Hayden.
Tony Hayden.
You've just won yourself £100 for Chain Reaction Cycles. You can go in there, spend it on whatever you want for your bike. try and get some more products as clever as this one you've invented.
What's it called again?
The turkey neck.
Turkey necks.
Turkey neck.
Honestly,
TM.
they'll be wearing them around London.
Yeah. Great. You're a winner, and let us know what you get.
You'll be seeing the turkey neck in Chelsea very soon.
I hope so. Can you imagine that? People walking around with inner tubes around their neck. Okay. Time for the caption contest. This is last week's photo, Steve, if you didn't see it. It's me basically knocking a cup of coffee over my computer. Not a good moment.
Knocking, not throwing.
No, knocking. Knocking, of course. And here's some captions. See which one you like. The winner is going to get a GMBN water bottle, which looks just like this. This one here.
Don't spell
right.
that one, Mark.
Okay, first one is from Pyro Ultimate, and it says, when Martin finally learns to catch. Haha, funny. I've got a good catch on me. I have got a good catch. And Jeffrey Berger, he says, when you find out your mates went bikepacking and didn't invite you. Yes, that's true, actually, because Blake and Neil did go bikepacking, and I didn't get to go. I was a bit sore about that.
And this finally from Tom Hicks, when Blake says dirt jump is better than trials. Now look.
Well, that ain't winning.
We all know that trials riders, mountain bike trials riders, are the most famous.
Yes, the most famous and best,
bestest.
and spread in the sport. And basically, trials is better, and everyone who does dirt jumps are losers.
Trials has spread mountain biking more than any other discipline.
Tom, you've got no chance of winning this.
Oh, he's got it.
So the winner is Pyro Ultimate. You are the winner of the GMBN bottle. Send us a message on Facebook with your details, and we will send you this GMBN water bottle. Well done. If you would like to win a water bottle...
You netted that.
It's like that, all the puns. If you would like to win a GMBN water bottle, then here is your photo for next week's caption. Haha! If you can come up with a caption for that, put it in the comment section down below.
Right, time for viewer edits, Mark. What have we got this week?
Got a great one this week from James Smith. Check this out. This is beautifully made. It took him 2 years to make this video.
Wow.
Look at that. Bike looks good in that, doesn't it?
It does look
I
absolutely
like that.
amazing.
I like that. Look at that trail. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
That looks like a nice mix of overhead action, warming up.
Lovely bit of riding. Great edit. Thank you, James, for sending
2 years.
that in.
I think that was 2 years of good work there,
2
James.
years of good work, and now that we've shared it, it will probably get around, I think, about 1.9 million views. Jack thinks more.
Yeah, 1.8.
It's
1.9.
a lot. That won't happen. But if you would like it to happen for you, then you can send it into dirtshed@gmbn.com, and you can do that for the bike vault, for viewer edits. You can do it for fails and bails and hacks and bodges. Send us your stuff. We love seeing it.
It's the Dirt Shed Show.
No, that's at the start. Damn it, Steve. Section below our videos. Here's a few good ones from last week's Dirt Shed show that I noticed. What we've got, Steve?
Yeah, this one up here from Alex G. The only barrier people set on are in their mind. Sam Hill is in best example in my opinion. He is older than some of the EWS racers and still rides flats. The guy has no barriers.
Yeah, definitely not age. More on that. Patty Elliott said, didn't start riding till I was 55, and now I race XC, all vacations around mountain biking, and I'm pretty close to turning 60 now. That's fantastic. Age, no barrier.
Absolutely not. And this is a more technical one from Philip Wachter. Honestly, I wonder about how people can like very loud hubs. I tend to agree with you there. I prefer to hear the trail and what's around me than have to wear ear protection and ride my bike due to the free hub noise. I totally agree with
that silent Shimano hub from last week freaked me out. I didn't know what to do about it. I like hearing a hub sound. I really do. I need it for my riding.
Yeah.
Last one, here we go from Fabby. He said, what did Doddy do to little Dan Lloyd? Yeah, look at this. Watch.
There's a broken bike down there for me to fix. Down there for me to fix.
See that? He just knocked him over. No concern. He didn't even register. I mean, how are we to protect little Dan Lloyd if you're going to treat him like that? He's already got a broken back wheel.
The audience clearly agrees with you, Martin.
Doddy, honestly, sometimes you push it pretty close. Coming up on the channel this week, we've got top 5 bucket list events video coming up. Of course, there'll be the Dirt Shed show and the race news, and we've got how to ride in comfort. That sounds good.
What about the Canyon Lux first ride?
Yes, we've got that too.
Canyon Lux first ride.
It's such a busy week. Make sure you don't miss it all coming up on GMBN this week. Okay, we're into the bike vault. Here we go.
Can't wait. Can we have some banter?
Oh, bang at a start, look.
Yeti.
Look at that Yeti. That is
SB.
AJ Greenwall in Lenawee Trail in Colorado. 12,500 feet, that is.
That's high. That's high.
What are you giving that, Steve? Got the old got the bell here ready for some super notices. Super nice to start. I like that a lot.
No
right.
messing about.
Next up, we have got Andreas Coccaiani.
And you know what? It comes back to what we
say.
talked about earlier, building trail tools. Why do you need trail tools when you got terrain like
Yeah,
that?
that terrain looks amazing. What do you think of the bike, Steve? I like that. I like
Can't
the
really
colour.
see the bike, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's
a
not
bit.
a great-
I don't like a shot when it's from above out of a bike. I think you need to be low down when you're taking bike shots.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice bike.
Nice terrain.
Very nice. Terrain goes.
Yeah.
Got 5 stars. Right, Andy Chavez. Oh, look at that.
Andy, you can see you're trying to get the bike and the landscape in the shot, but
Oh, I love that bike. That is so nice.
yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
Canyon.
Come on.
Why have you got a light on the bike and it's daylight?
Well, he might be riding till the evening. You never
Might
know.
be. So
Steve. You
fair
never know.
dues. I'm on the fence with this.
Super nice. Super nice, that one. I like that. Beautiful. One of my favourite bikes.
Andy Chavez. Ooh,
Whoa.
Baptiste Prieur.
Or is it Prieur Baptiste?
Prieur Baptiste?
Don't know.
Baptiste Prieur? Prieur Baptiste.
Tandem. Takes his girlfriend out on the back.
Potato.
I
We
like
get
it.
some noise from the audience there,
I
Martin.
like it,
Some
yeah.
noise from the audience.
Look, that bike, look, they must go on really long rides because they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water bottles on that bike.
Or the person up front doing all the pedalling.
Yes.
Or the
yes,
person on the back's doing all the
and
pedalling.
the person at the bank's just getting tanked on whiskey. That is super nice. That is super nice. Tandem, super nice. Next up,
You missed one. I think you
then.
missed one there.
There it is,
Oh
there it is.
boy. That
Imagine if I'd missed that. Oh
Geo
my gosh.
in the Philippines, I think that is, for me, undoubtedly super nice. And
Super
intense.
nice. Super
Nice,
nice. Can we get an
intense.
ooh from the crowd? Ooh. Yeah, that is lovely. Well done. Super nice, that one.
Ooh, I like the ooh from the crowds.
Right, here we
Can
go.
we get that on EMBN?
Jack Myers from the North Shore. Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't like the side-on shot though.
I'm not
No.
that. I think he could have been a little bit more side on, and
I
he'd
love
have
the
got it.
trail
He'd have got
going
it.
away.
He'd have got it.
Yeah, I do like a trail leading away.
Yeah. Keep going.
Nice. Okay,
Too
now
dark.
Trail dog.
Lovely trail dog.
It's got a trail dog. James Doyle in Ireland.
Come the day and come the hour, come the power and the glory.
Nice, like that. Oh,
Too much noise in the crowd.
Trail dog hunter in the shot there. A trail dog usually gets a super nice, but this shot's quite dark. So I'm going to say, only kidding, this is super nice. You've got a trail dog in there.
Yeah.
Got it to sit and everything.
Yeah.
Well done, Hunter. You've done a good job there. Leo
Sydney.
Gellerbrand. Sydney. I love how we get these photos from all around the world. It
Great, isn't it?
freaks me out. It still
That's
freaks
great.
me out.
I mean, yeah, sunset.
Norco, looking lovely.
Looking good. Balanced this time on what though?
Ooh, clever.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I was looking at. Do you know what? I thought that was a pallet.
Yeah.
I thought it was balanced off a disused bit of metal.
I think this is a strong nice. A strong nice.
Strong nice.
Strong
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
which is
yeah.
no bad thing.
Yeah.
It's no bad
Next.
thing. Next up. Ooh. That's controversial because the flare, the colour's popping.
Yeah.
Thomas from Krakow. Here's my Dartmoor
Do you spell
Primal.
Krakow with a K?
I mean, I think we should let him spell it how he wants, Steve. I don't know.
He's on a Dartmoor pinner. Primal.
What do you think? Because I've heard you don't like a hardtail. Clever, eh? Clever.
Oh,
Uncomfortable.
Honestly, you're going to be really careful with Martin Ashton. Sets you up and then takes you down. Come on, Martin. Next.
What are you giving
Next.
it? I think you owe that hardtail
Next.
super nice. You ring that bell.
All right, I'm open-minded. I don't mind a hardtail.
Oh, we're at the bike vote. That was the last one. I was doing that. That was fun. Well done, Steve.
Like I said.
Right, next up, INSTABANGERS. Steve, you got anyone we could put these guys to? Follow on Instagram because they're going to get some great action.
Yeah, I've totally got some, but after you, Martin, after you.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to throw you to. I mentioned him at the top of the show in the news. Doug Henry, legend of Supercross and motocross. I used to watch this guy all the time when I was young in the 90s. I used to just love his riding, and now that he's out riding mountain bikes, I'm super excited to see what he comes up with because the guy is unbelievable. He's going to shock some people who can pedal how fast this guy can go. I tell you what, it's going to be amazing.
Fair dues, Martin. And for me, I think more of a seasonal British thing. Check out Nicky Wiles. That's Nikki. Nicky's from South Wales. Nicky was actually one of the people that built some of the trails at Bike Park Wales. And here he is on his recent posts shredding in the fire-scorched hills of South Wales.
Awesome. Now, you may be feeling a little bit left out there because you might not have won any POC eyewear, but you know what you could do, Steve?
What's that?
You could pop over to the GMBN shop. We've got a summer sale starting today, up to 50% off some of our swag.
I'd love one of those.
You can get yourself in on the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know, I love
need a
that
new
bit
top.
when you throw a hat at the camera.
Yeah, I haven't got one now. I haven't got one now.
Go on here.
There you go.
GMBN.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa!
Nearly. We've got all the stuff in there, hats, t-shirts, we've got race tops, we've got cups, we've got glasses, all sorts of things. You're gonna find something that you can be supporting GMBN, helping us make the videos, and up to 50% off for 10 days only. It's a GMBN summer sale. Woohoo! That was fun, wasn't it? What a show.
I enjoyed that
Good
immensely.
laugh. Thank you for coming in, Steve, and being part of GMBN for once. Of course, you can catch Steve on EMBN anytime. All the news about that new emerging technology.
Come on, let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
Martyn.
right. Okay, thank you for joining us on Dirt Shed Show. Make sure you check out what we've got coming up this week.
Blake and Neil bike packing.
Yes, click just there to see that.
Otherwise known as breakfast, dinner and tea by the beach.
Yeah, they had a very good time. I'm jealous of that. And you can click just here for our July crash reel, which isn't inspiring, but it's very funny. But everyone was safe and sound, no problems. So click on that if you want some fun. And there's a globe just there. What could you do with that?
Click to subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deep voice.
So tune in next week for the best suntan, the best watch tan in the business.
Thumbs.
Watch tans.
Do it.
Have you got a
Thumbs.
watch tan?
I have. I've got a terrible.